I bring you a blueprint for building an Upwork agency from day one to $10,000 a month. And now I will walk you through the level so you can reach that goal really fast. While growing my agency, I found no useful framework with proven statistics and metrics. Only general information from fake gurus. I got all the valuable information with my first-hand experience. So today I will address all the challenges you will face at each step. From getting the first client, hiring the first talents and building the initial structure, to scaling the agency and making it self-sustainable. For those who don't know my story, I'm Anton. I'm sharing my journey on this channel from the day I started freelancing to building a world-class video production studio. So let's go straight to day one. Kickstart your agency. Day one, you are here. You have nothing except the ambition to start an agency. You don't have a name, website, case studies, sales, production and management teams. And luckily, you don't need any of those to start an agency. You only need to pick the niche you want to work in and create your first offer. Pick the niche. I will use my niche as an example. YouTube video production. I picked it because the video is a marketing mega trend that will last. But what is my role here? How can I build an agency around this trend? Find your role. Let's start with realizing how hard it is to grow on YouTube. According to vidIQ research, it takes about 9 months of regular uploads to get 1,000 subscribers. And only 8% of YouTube channels ever reach 1,000 subscribers. At the same time, according to Statista.com, 54% of marketers use YouTube in their marketing strategy. Based on this data, I craft my offer. Craft the offer. I help businesses to grow their audience on YouTube and build trustworthy relationships with their viewers. So I offer video editing services, YouTube strategy, script writing, thumbnails, etc. Following the same process, you can analyze your niche and craft your first offer. Alright, we have an offer, but how can we fulfill the promise? Step number 2. One-man agency. Every agency is an enterprise with 3 branches: sales, production, and customer support. Our ultimate goal is to make these 3 branches work without your involvement. So we need to learn the economics of agency business. For now, you should fulfill 1 or 2 of these functions. Theoretically, you can outsource all the functions from day one. But this model doesn't make economic sense. Also, being involved in sales will help you get clients' real-time feedback. Choose the role. It should help you iterate faster. I manage sales from the first day to the present in my agency. Regarding production, you should find reliable contractors with reasonable prices. You can hire a freelancer or white label another agency. Sharing the pie with the contractor is the right approach to get a taste of the fundamentals of the business in your niche. Only then you can focus on profitability. Build the initial structure. Alright, after this step, you should have a simple structure like this: sales, me; customer support, me; production, freelancer A, freelancer B, agency C. And we are slowly moving to the first real challenge. Win the first job. Start on a marketplace like Upwork or any other to get a taste of the work. Bullet point is: pick the place to start. Go to Upwork.com, create an account as a freelancer and set up an agency. Describe your unique value proposition, experience and approach. Add the best case studies and attach your best works to the portfolio. It will take you up to a couple of hours. Create an account. That's it. You can start applying for jobs. Winning jobs on Upwork requires some skills in writing cover letters and mastery in closing deals on interviews. I have an episode on this channel dedicated to winning the first job on Upwork. But for the reference of the sales funnel, here are some real-time statistics. In the last 90 days, I have sent 308 proposals on Upwork alone. It led me to 58 interviews and 14 contracts. It's about a 4% conversion rate from the proposal to the contract. So start collating the data. Start collecting the data. It's good to get a decent conversion rate in your first 90 days on a platform. But the main goal is to understand the economics of your niche. These numbers will help you on the next step. Step number 4. Craft a simple business plan. Now you know how much money clients are ready to spend and what they want to get in exchange. You also know the cost of acquiring a new client and at what rate you can find a good contractor. It's time to form a budget and a simple business plan. Form the budget. It can look something like this: gross income, revenue from one customer, cost of acquiring a client, marketplace fees, salary, other expenses, software, hardware, taxes, net profit. It's 24% net margin. Everything above 20% net margin is good in the agency business. So always do the math. So we go to the step 5. It's time to brand your agency. So you tested your offer and saw the market demand for it. It's time to spend some time and money creating recognizable branding for your agency. So go ahead and create the brand book, logo and website. Choose colors, fonts and all the other branding attributes. Craft a brand book. Of course, you can't afford the best branding professional to transform your ideas, messages and values into visuals. But remember that a brand is a living organism. It evolves and you can improve it later. For now, start with a freelancer or agency you can afford. Meanwhile, potential clients will consider you more professional if you use consistent branding in all presentations, documents and corporate emails. So implement it into your document flow. Step number 6. Hire the best talent. After you have invested 3 to 6 months to test offers, learn the economics in the niche and craft a business plan, you are ready to start building a team. We need to fill the roles in 3 branches: sales, production and management. Hiring the first full-time employees for the production team would be wise, since growing the expertise inside the team is vital. So make a plan for hiring. Whenever I post a job on any job marketplace, I receive hundreds of applications. So it's not a matter of where I find talents, but how I filter out the best of them. Actually, I have 3 rules. First, I prefer talents who are dedicated to the profession. You can't rely on a person who often changes professions. He seeks an easier game. Second, I bet on optimists. If talent doesn't believe that he can ship world-class products, it would be hard to change that belief. And third, I always ask for a test task and a paid project before hiring full-time. The first hire to the management team should be a project manager, the client's second contact after the sale representative. The PM's role is to get a brief about the task from the client and appoint it to the team. This position requires outstanding communication skills and deep expertise in your agency's service. He needs to hold the team accountable for the quality of the service and protect the team if the client has unrealistic expectations or bizarre deadlines. So remember, managers who contact clients are the face of the agency. But your agency's engine will only work with the proper fuel. So here we come to the sales team. Sales could seem like magic only if you don't touch them. But if you followed my strategy, you probably tried multiple offers and collected some statistics. So when the time comes to hire someone for this job, you don't just ask to bring me clients. You give an actionable plan, an offer, and cover letters. Step number 7. Scale your agency. Your sales department brings new leads. The production department performs the work, and management keeps your clients satisfied. So start scaling once it works. This engine can make you a lot of money if you avoid a common problem of many agencies: inefficiency in production or sales. There are two extremes. Sales either bring too many clients, so the production fails to meet deadlines, or too few, and more work is needed to meet the goals of the business plan. It depends on your risk averse, but I aim to overload the team with 120% of their capabilities. Let me explain. Let's say your production team has 3 full-time talents. 160 hours monthly, multiply 3, it's 480 hours. It's the total capacity of your team. Imagine that you sold 100% of it to 5 clients. But if one of them delays or cancels the production, you lose 20% and operate at a loss. So overselling allows you to ensure that every working hour of your team is making money for you. So bullet point is to make sure that you use your production team effectively. In case if all the client brought the work, you have 2 options: ask the team to work overtime or outsource the work to trusted freelancers. This is my live-tested plan for building an agency from day one. Do me a favor and send this video to your friend who needs help scaling his agency business. And click the goddamn subscribe button. I'm sharing the valuable knowledge I earned with my blood and sweat. Ain't I deserve your follow? If you stayed with me that long, you should watch the episode in which I shared how you can create 5 income streams while being a freelancer.